Hello, my name is Ashleigh Engel and I am currently a senior here at OSU. Today, I'm here to answer the question, are genetically modified crops the answer to food security and feeding the world by 2050? Before we can answer this question, it is important to define food security. According to Merriam-Webster, food security is defined as the state of having reliable access to a sufficient quantity of affordable, nutritious food. The World Health Organization estimates that nearly 900 million people, roughly 12% of the world's population, are food insecure. Factors that contribute to food insecurity include waste, climate change, pests and diseases, drought and extreme weather, military conflicts, political corruption and instability, and population increase. GMOs focus on environmental factors and population growth. It is widely known that the world's population is rapidly increasing. As of June 2018, there are approximately 7.6 billion people on Earth. By 2050, the projected population is expected to reach 9.6 billion. Though the population of first world nations is expected to remain fairly unchanged, the 49 least developed countries are estimated to more than double in size, from 900 million to nearly 2 billion. This is of grave concern, considering most food insecure people are found in these developing countries. So what is a GMO? The World Health Organization defines a genetically modified organism as any organism in which genetic material, or DNA, has been altered in a way that does not occur naturally. In the article, Genome Editing of Crops, a Renewed Opportunity for Food Security, 3 ways of producing genetically modified crops are explained. These 3 ways include traditional plant breeding, transgenes, and genome editing systems. The oldest and least efficient way of producing GM crops is through crossbreeding. Different lines of a plant, each with their own favorable traits, are crossbred to produce natural mutations. These mutations may result in higher yield, more robust flavor, easier harvest, and so on. Unfortunately, it takes several generations and many seasons to obtain the desired results. The next method for developing GM crops is through transgenes. In this process, genes containing favorable traits are transferred from the donor plant to the host plant. This transfer can take place virally through bacteria or physically through the likes of DNA-coated particles. A genome editing system is the final method highlighted in the aforementioned article. For this, a biotechnology such as the CRISPR-Cas9 system is needed. Instead of crossing traits between plants, this method allows for genome edits within a plant through the deletion, silencing, or enhancement of a specific gene expression. This method of GM crop development is precise, controlled, cost-effective, and quick, with potential to see large-scale results in the next crop cycle. All of these methods are implemented to build resilience and resistance and improve crop desirability. Examples of common and upcoming GM crops include corn, soybeans, cotton, potatoes, papaya, canola, and alfalfa. So why should genetically modified crops be produced? They are built to resist pests and diseases. They are resilient to drought and extreme weather. They provide enhanced growth and nutritional value while using less resources, and they work to reduce or eliminate the use of chemical fertilizers and pesticides, resulting in less pollution. These are just a few of the reasons. According to the article, Genetically Modified Crops and Food Security, published in the Public Library of Science Journal, there are 3 main pathways in which GM crops can impact food security. Those pathways are: they contribute to food production increases, affect food safety and quality, and improve economic conditions. Higher crop yields mean more food availability. If there is more food, there is less food insecurity. In order to increase yield, plants need to be resistant to environmental factors such as pests and diseases. Biotechnology allows for those adjustments to be made. With increased food production becomes a more stabilized food supply. GM crops have the potential to improve food safety and quality. It is possible to increase nutritional value of a crop, remove naturally occurring toxins from a crop, and reduce the need for chemical treatments that could potentially be harmful to human health. Not only can GM crops stabilize the world food supply and increase safety and quality, they can also have a major economic impact. If more crops are produced, then there is more opportunity for profit, if the demand is present. More crops equal more money, which then leads to better economic growth. As the economy improves, so does food security. As previously mentioned, GM crops offer the potential of increased nutritional value. Through the process of biofortification, crops are nutritionally enhanced in the hopes of eliminating hidden hunger or malnutrition. In the article, Nutritionally Enhanced Food Crops, Progress and Perspective, the author explains how vitamins and minerals can be added through traditional plant breeding or biotechnology. This allows for foods that are normally low in nutritional value to provide adequate micronutrients to improve health. This is especially important in developing countries where non-nutritious foods such as cassava are a staple in the diet. Biofortification can also be used to improve livestock feed so less supplements are needed, and in the medical industry to help protect against things like HIV and Ebola. Of course, sustainability is an important factor in discussion of genetically modified crops. The Journal of Agriculture and Food Chemistry published the article Emerging Agriculture and Biotechnologies for Sustainable Agriculture and Food Security, which, as the title suggests, focuses on the sustainability aspect of GM crops. It highlights the importance of preserving resources and reducing the amount of hazardous chemicals being released on the environment. With genetically modified crops, instead of having to be sprayed with pesticides to combat a problem, their DNA is already altered to be resistant against the pests. Also, the GMO community works to use semiochemicals, which are derived from natural-based systems, in place of traditional chemical fertilizers and pesticides. By genetically modifying the plants to have pest and disease tolerance, we are helping to maintain soil integrity, not contaminate water supply, and feed the world. In terms of climate change, traditional crops are not designed to withstand extreme weather and natural disasters. Biotechnology works to ensure production quality of GM crops through the inevitable natural disasters. We will likely face these disasters in the distant future, such as extreme droughts and flooding, so this technology is very important. Of course, there is major controversy over the production of genetically modified organisms. Most of this stems from lack of education and little to no understanding of the technology involved. Despite the posts you see on Facebook or the pictures posted on Twitter, there is not a mad scientist in a lab somewhere injecting your food with a multitude of syringes. Your apples will never become oranges, your corn isn't going to bite you back, and your tomatoes won't glow with a lime green color. There is also a lot of controversy over the obscure labeling regulations for GM food. I believe that, like most things, it will take time and trial and error to get it right. So to answer the question, are genetically modified crops the answer to food security and feeding the world by 2050? Simply put, yes. I've barely scratched the surface of what this technology is capable of. Crop resistance, resilience, and tolerance, higher crop yields, improved sustainability, and economic growth are just a few of the reasons why I believe GM crops are the future of food. This is only the beginning. I genuinely enjoyed researching this topic and learning more about something that I used to be adamantly against. I look forward to your questions and comments and can't wait to have a dialogue about this technology. Hope you have a great day.